Hi everyone! In today's video, I'm super excited because I'm going to be doing a review and also a look with the new Nikkie tutorial with Beauty Bay collaboration palette, and I'm super excited. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, so I am super happy for Nikkie. She is an amazing artist. I love her videos. She is super positive all the time, and I love everything, her content. I have learned a lot of, techniques from her. Her makeup application is beautiful. She is very creative and she has something new every time, so that's something that it's very impressive, and I love everything. Like, watching her videos are very relaxing for me, and I'm super happy for her and this collaboration with Beauty Bay. This is how the palette looks inside. I'm going to be putting swatches. I'm going to be putting swatches anyways for you guys to see the pigmentation and everything. Okay, so now you should be watching the swatches. You see it's very pigmented, it's very colorful. I love the color scheme. She did an amazing job choosing all the colors and everything. So I'm super excited to use this palette. And let's just start because my brushes are already screaming that they wanna start this look. She always uses eye primers, and she always says like not to prime is a crime. So I'm going to be priming my lids, and for this time I want to use a primer that is not gonna affect the colors. So this one is from Alter Ego. I don't know if you have heard about that brand, but they have amazing palettes too, and this primer was my first time using it, and I love it. It's very nice. It helps with pigmentation very well, and it's transparent, so it doesn't affect the color. That's something that I was looking for to use with this palette, because I want you guys to see the real deal. Okay, now that my primer is on, I'm going to start applying colors. I want to use, I want to do something that goes with my shirt. You can see my shirt is a little like maybe pinkish, purplish, and bluish type of tie-dye. So let's start with that. So I'm going to start with the color. Let me choose the right brush for this. I'm going to take, for my crease, the color Plot Twist. And I'm going to be applying this color first. It's a very, like a very pastel type of blue. I'm going to apply it to the entire upper part of the crease. It's a cool color, and you see that the primer works super nice because you still see the pigmentation of the shadow, but at the same time, like, you see my skin under. If you want like full pigment, and for this particular shadow, which is a more pastel color, if you want full pigmentation, then I will use a primer that has a white base. So that white base is going to help the color to be brighter. But this time I really wanted to see how, the actual pigment from the eyeshadow will work. And I'm going to take the color Blend and Snap, and I'm going to place it only in the outer part here. Using the same brush, I'm going to just dab it there. And everything, they blend together very nicely. I don't know if you can see how the blue turn into more purple once I place this color here. Super nice. I'm going to take my mirror here and just to go closer and make sure I'm blending well. The pigment is there, I mean, you guys can see it. So there's no discussion in that department. And I'm gonna get a smaller brush for this because I want to apply another shade. Let me see. Let me look it up. This one. I'm gonna get a little bit of ew. Just a tiny bit. And I'm gonna see if I can like make it look more pastel-y. This is like a tie-dye eye that I'm creating. There is a little bit of fallout with these shadows, but I really don't mind because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the fallout means that they are very pigmented. And in this case, they are very pigmented. But I'm just letting you know in case that you want to do something with this palette to do your eyes first then. Beautiful. I love it. And then using the same brush, I want now to intensify this pink a little bit. So I'm gonna clean up the brush a little bit. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the red called MIKAI or MIKAI. And to intensify the pink, I'm just gonna place it here, next to the green. This eye doesn't have any type of, like, I'm not following like a norm or form with this eye because I want to do like a tie-dye inspired eye. So if you see tie-dye, it doesn't have any form, like it's like very, yeah, like stains all over. So you don't see like they have like a shape or any type of form. So that's what I want to do with this eye. So that's why you don't see like I'm doing any type of like form or following any rules. I'm just placing color, which I love to do sometimes because there's no rule for makeup, right? So yeah, this red gave me more of a, and everything is going to have sense or more sense when I finish my skin and the whole thing. So hand tight and trust the process. And with a flat brush, I want to take the shimmers now. I want to play with the shimmers. So the first one I'm going to get is MAKUTutorials. And I'm going to place it here in the inner part, like in the middle towards the inner part of the lid. And I'm gonna go up with that shimmer. Let me go back and forth with my fingers and the brush. I'm gonna clean up here so you guys can see like the shape a little bit. Let me go back with it. And I'm not using the brush wet or anything. So the payoff you see is the shimmer completely dry, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. Okay, so with the other part of the brush, like from the back of the brush, I'm gonna get the shade Pride, and I'm gonna put it in this inner part of the lid towards the middle to mix with the blue one. Go back and forth with my finger and also the brush. Make sure they're very well blended. I love that one because it has also like blue shimmers or something like that, so it makes very nice with the blue, with the Mama Tutorials shadow that I placed before. Wow, beautiful. I love it. So what I'm gonna do is, with the brush that I had before, I'm going to intensify that pink here in the top, and I'm gonna cover a little bit the other blue shadow that I had before because it's not giving me vibes. So I'm gonna like mix it with the blue that I had before there, because I love how it looks here in the inner part, but I don't like how it looks here. So let me do the same thing in the other eye. This shade Pride is beautiful. It's gorgeous. And doing the same thing I did with the pink shade, which is Blend and Snap, it's called. Perfect. Now that I finished the top part of the eyes, I'm going to do my skin and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I finished my skin, I applied some lashes, I did a little line here and everything. I'm going to do the bottom part of the lid, and for that, I'm going to take a little bit of Amsterdam with a flat brush, and I'm going to apply it here in the outer part, very close to the lash line. Let's do like a soft and blended double liner at the bottom. So with that shade Amsterdam, I'm going to take an even smaller brush and I'm going to do a little double-ended shadow in the bottom. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Feel like when you do a Nikkie tutorial inspire something, or something that is about Nikkie, it has to be over the top. So let's do this double cat eye. I'm gonna smoke it out. And I'm going to take another flat brush, or not this one, a little pencil brush, and the shade U. I'm going to apply here in the inner part. this one a little bit more. I'm going to take the very small brush that I had before, and I'm going to take the shade Basic TRUT. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's another language. And I'm going to like spread, not spread, like blend here in the bottom. So I have like another shade here. So we use as many shades as we can. Perfect. I'm going to take the brush that I had the concealer with, just to deeper, not deeper, like further blend. And lastly, with a flat brush, I'm going to take this shade Ivy and place it in the inner corners for more light. I love it. It's super nice. Like the pigmentation of the shadows are great. It's great. And the shadows itself are great too. Perfect. I think I want to do like a waterline color. So I'm gonna get this color from ColourPop. I think it's Zulu, the name. And I'm gonna apply it in the waterline. Let me apply some mascara in the bottom line, in the bottom lashes, and we're good to go. Okay, perfect. So this is the final look. I hope you loved the look. I was very impressed of how pigmented these eyeshadows are. I really loved everything, like the color scheme of the palette. I feel it's a palette that is very versatile. You can do colorful, but you can also do something more subtle if you want. It takes you out of your comfort zone because it's a palette that is not your basic palette. I mean, these colors are beautiful. If I recommend it, of course, I would recommend it. I really loved Nikkie. Nikkie is it's a very nice YouTuber. I love her work and I will support her, of course. If you want to get the palette, remember that it will restock soon. So if you want to get the palette, just make sure that you're on top of the restock dates. I don't have the dates, but if I know, I'll let you know in the description in the bottom here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure to like this video. If you like the information, share it with your friends so you can have your friends also get to know about this palette and maybe they want to get it too. Don't forget also to leave me in the comments below if you bought the palette, what do you think about it, and if you do any looks, follow me on my Instagram and tag me. I would love to see what you create with it. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you next time. Bye bye. Yo. Yeah.